Good morning. Welcome to today's knee-jerk devotional, November 18th, 2020. Happy birthday, Dad. Our passage this morning is Luke 17, 11 through 19. It goes like this. Now on his way to Jerusalem, Jesus traveled along the border between Samaria and Galilee. As he was going into a village, 10 men who had leprosy met him. They stood at a distance and called out in a loud voice, "Jesus, Master, have pity on us." When he saw them, he said, "Go show yourselves to the priests." And as they went, they were cleansed. One of them, when he saw he was healed, came back praising God in a loud voice. He threw himself at Jesus' feet and thanked him, and he was a Samaritan. Jesus asked, "Were not all 10 cleansed? Where are the other 9? Has no one returned to give praise to God except this foreigner?" Then he said to him, "Rise and go. Your faith has made you well." He threw himself at Jesus' feet and thanked him. I feel like Luke, while writing this bit, must have been listening to Britney Spears' "Oops, I Did It Again." I can almost imagine the scene in my mind's eye as Luke is sitting with one of the apostles and interviewing them for his gospel. "So, Matthias, can you tell me about that time Jesus was traveling between the border between Samaria and Galilee?" And then maybe something like this happened.
Ooh, stop cheating.
Hey, what's up, hotshot?
Maybe he.
How's the party?
Tell me about that tip.
What?
I want to know about that tip.
Oh, baby, time!
Hot dogs.
It's so on right now.
Calm down, all right? I just need to know where it came from. It's got to be airtight.
Okay, I was at a wine tasting with my cousin Ernesto, which was mainly reds, and you know I don't love reds, man. You know, but there was a rosé that saved the day. It was delightful. And he tells me about this girl, Emily, that we used to kick it with. It was actually the first pair of boobs that I ever touched.
It's the wrong details. It's the wrong. It has nothing to do with the story. Go.
So, he tells me that she's working as a housekeeper now, right? And she's dating this dude, Carlos, who was a shot caller from across the bay. And she tells him about the dude that she's cleaning for, right? That he's like this big shot CEO that is all retired now, but is loaded. And so Carlos and Ernesto are on the same softball team. And they get to talking, right? And here comes the good part. Carlos says, "Yo, man, this guy's got a big-ass safe just sitting in the basement, just chilling." Of course, Ernesto comes to me because he knows I got mad thieving skills. Of course, I ask him, "Did Emily tell Carlos to tell you to get to me what kind of safe it was?" And he says, "Nah, dog. All she said is that it's like super legit, and whatever's in it, it's gotta be good."
What?
I mean, anything's possible, right? Can you picture it in your head? Can you hear the other disciple explaining to Luke about the 10 lepers, and only one showed back up with any kind of gratitude, and that one was a Samaritan, a dirty, rotten, stinking, filthy Samaritan. We assume that the other 9 may have been Jews since this one was singled out, but it very well could have been more of a mix of people, but that doesn't matter. Because the point is that a Samaritan returned to give thanks for his healing. A Samaritan. This is something that, once again, would not compute. It would have hit them like a ton of bricks. Why didn't the other 9 return? I think we can posit a million different possibilities. But perhaps at the core of the situation, they simply weren't thankful. Perhaps they were so hurt by the reality of being lepers in the community that left them to die that they were simply not grateful for the gift of healing. Perhaps the Samaritan was the only one who noticed what had happened. Maybe he was the only one who was paying attention to what was going on and how God had healed. While we could do a full-on post-mortem on the story, I think what's best for us to remember is that God is at work. The question becomes, will we see God working? Are we so focused on ourselves, our problems, our worry, our pain, our issues, our world, to miss the ways that God is at work in us, through us, and around us? It turns out that keeping a gratitude journal is one of the most powerful things that you can do to retrain your brain to see the world differently. Many psychologists are now recommending that folks write down 3 or 4 things each night that they are grateful for from the day. What acknowledging gratitude does is it makes us aware of the good. The bad is too easy to latch onto. We don't even have to think about the bad. It's just there. But the good, that's a different story. Too many of us go through life like the 9 lepers, healing and beauty all around us, and we miss it. Take some time today. Just look around. Where are you seeing the healing and beauty in life? Comment. Let's celebrate together. And until tomorrow, love well, my friends.